Welcome back to Novel Writing 101, my 21-week course where I teach you how to write your first draft. Now, today's video is going to be office hours and getting into my personal experience going through this journey, so let's get into it. So far in week one, we covered how to ideate your story. And we touched on things like how to craft your premise statement, what even is a premise statement, and then how genre plays into that and can twist your ideas in new directions, and then how character manipulates it on top of that. Now, I know I threw a lot at you week one, and it's only going to keep ramping up from here, so if you have any questions about what we've covered so far, any comments, concerns, please drop them in the comment section so I can help you guys out and keep us moving forward along this journey. I am here as your resource and your guide to help you through this first draft process, so at the end of the day, you have a story you're excited about. Next week, we're going to cover key story decisions, so it's really important that you lock in your premise this week so you have that solid foundation to go off of. Speaking of premise statements, I wanted to share my own experience with you guys because I'm not just teaching this course, I'm going through it with you guys as I work on a new novel myself. And being the person that I am, I decided to work on two projects. Now, this will probably come back to bite me in the ass later because I'll realize I've bitten off more than I can chew, but I have an idea that I've been working on for a couple months that I haven't started writing that I'm really excited to finally dive into. So the premise for Dark Seas, which I worked on this week as my homework, is a feared mercenary and a pirate captain team up to sail to the underworld in the hopes of steering fate in their favor. Now, this story I'm obsessed with. I have so many details and ideas floating around my mind that I've been trying to get together for the past few months. I'm almost done with the outline because I was working on it previously, but as we continue going through this prep and planning process and working on the outline in weeks to come, I will be diving into that with you guys as well. Now, I do kind of have a head start on you guys with Project Dark Seas because, like I've said, I've been working on and thinking about it for months on end. But my second project, I'm starting completely from scratch. Project Arcadia is going to be a novella, my first novella ever. And this is a big deal because I am long-winded. If you've watched any of my videos, read any of my books, you know that I have a lot to say all the time. So trying to write like a sub 200 page book for me is going to be quite the feat. Project Arcadia is actually based off of Sleep Token's album, Even in Arcadia. When I listened to that album, which I have listened to it a lot in the past year, I was really struck by all the lyrics. And Sleep Token always has good lyrics, but just the whole world it painted for me, I was like, I need to do something with this. So it's based on that album, but my premise is a woman wakes up on a foreign shore with no recollection of who she is or how she got there, only two words carved into her arm: kill him. I am so excited about it, you guys. But like I said, I'm starting from ground zero with you guys. I don't have the outline done. All I've done so far is work this week on the homework of getting my premise statement and then jotting down some notes on the genre and the characters. But I'm so excited because, again, I've never done a novella. I've plotted and outlined full-length novels, but getting everything condensed into under 200 pages is going to be quite the challenge for me, and I'm really excited about it. So those are the two projects I'll be working on alongside you guys for the next 20 weeks, Project Dark Seas and Project Arcadia. Now, you don't need to give your project a name. I personally enjoy it because it feels a little more fun and gives it a little aesthetic that you could always refer back to. And so Project Dark Seas, obviously, it's a pirate novel. It's got a dark fantasy vibe. There's a little bit of horror elements in there, and it's a little bit spooky. So Dark Seas to me is just the perfect, just little quick and dirty naming convention. And then Project Arcadia obviously is a spin on Even in Arcadia. So that's where I'm personally sitting in my progress for week one of this journey. Like I said, I did my premise statement for both. I jotted down some notes on character and genre. And now I'm getting ready for next week's lecture, which will get us these key story decisions, which sets us up for success in the outlining process. I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. It's really just a time for you guys to ask any questions you have of me, and then for me to share my experience of what I'm succeeding in and struggling with as I go through this journey. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to do your homework, and I'll see you next time.